by Dosunmu, going 9 of 10 shooting for 22 points, leading all the Bulls in scoring. On top of that, Coby White chips in 20 points, Andre Drummond 15 points in his first return for major minutes for the Chicago Bulls off the bench. We have some injury concerns in this game, but we're going to talk about it all and break it down right after this.
You are now tuned in to Chicago Bulls Central, your number one place for all Chicago Bulls news and content.
I see red, I see red, I see red, I see red, yeah, I see red, I see red, I see red, I see.
Our team got it done tonight, and it got it done by the role players basically leading the way. Nikola Vucevic, again, as I've been saying, the most consistent scorer for the starter for the Chicago Bulls, going 7 of 14, 12 rebounds, 6 assists, 1 steal, and 17 points. But this is a story in which Dosunmu was aggressive early, often scored. He scored the first 10 out of the first 17 points for the Chicago Bulls. He ends up with 22, leading all scorers for the Chicago Bulls in this game. Coby White, 7 of 13 off the bench for 20 points, 4 rebounds, 1 assist, and just played with great energy. But one of the stories of this game is Andre Drummond's return to playing meaningful minutes for the Chicago Bulls. He plays 15 minutes in the game for the Bulls today. He chips in 15 points, 11 rebounds, giving the Bulls exactly what they've been missing. The Bulls end up still losing the rebounding battle by 5, but just being an important part of that Chicago Bulls team. The Bulls get 24 assists on 41 made baskets. I'd like to see that more towards 30. They do get 40 rebounds, 8 of those rebounds being offensive, and 5 of those offensive rebounds coming from Andre Drummond alone. The Bulls had 8 turnovers in the first half of the game. They finished the game with 13, only getting 5 turnovers in the second half of the game, while the Charlotte Hornets have 14 turnovers. This was a game in which LaMelo Ball was so frustrated by Coby White, he literally got kicked out the game. He got ejected. 2 techs back to back. He goes 8 of 18 from the field, 1 for 5 from 3-point range, and 19 points. 18 shots to get 19 points. Scary Terry, 8 of 21, 21 shots to get 23 points as he leads the Charlotte Hornets in scoring yet again. And this is a game in which Mason Plumlee still cooked. 16 and 11 from Mason Plumlee in this. Mark Williams, the player I wanted the Bulls to draft, he almost has a Drummond-like performance. He plays 17 minutes off the bench. He gets 13 points and 7 rebounds, 3 blocks, 1 steal off the bench from Mark Williams. But the story of this game is going to be just the play of Dosunmu and Andre Drummond and Coby White. That was our big 3 tonight, with Nikola Vucevic supporting them with his performance as well. Patrick Williams goes 2 for 8 in this game, 3 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal, 6 points, but he had a positive plus-minus of +12, playing really good defense. He had a scary moment where he goes down with a twisted ankle. He ended up coming back out to the court. Hopefully that's a good sign for him. Nikola Vucevic had a scary moment as well. And then also we lose Alex Caruso in this game, which really opened the minutes for Derrick Jones Jr. in the second half. At the end of the day, the Bulls took care of business, and they win 114-98 against the Charlotte Hornets team that came back on them. Again, off one win, we can't say what this means for the Chicago Bulls. We're going to have to see how they play over the month of February. But at least to start that month off, the Bulls get a win, and a dominant win at that, with their big 3 not shooting the best. DeMar and Zach LaVine combined 7 of 20 in this game. And DeMar DeRozan, again, having another big turnover game, 4 turnovers, all costly for the Bulls. He does have 7 assists, though. Zach LaVine, 3 for 8 in this game, 10 points from him. But he had a positive plus-minus of +21. That shows the impact he had. He also chips in 3 steals, 4 assists, 1 rebound. Zach LaVine, without his shots falling, has been chipping in other things. But I'll tell you what, the trade Kobe bandwagon, that got to stop. Kobe's out here balling, fam. He's balling. But let's go ahead. Let's turn it over. Let's get into the comments and see how you guys feel about it. Bathlord Payne in the building says, enjoy this game. Trade DeMar. I stand on it. I feel you. Shiv in the building says, yes, sir. Hey, this was a win. Evan Lick says, man, what's up with Zach's offense? He's literally a non-factor sometimes. Glad his defense stepped up. I don't know if that hand's still bothering him. I don't know what it is, but yeah, I wouldn't say necessarily non-factor because he was setting other players up, but yeah, it was a bad scoring night for Zach LaVine. When is Zach going to realize that all he has to do in clutch time is drive to the hoop? Hey, fam, I have no idea, man. I have no idea. Love seeing the effort on defense. Hey, this team was locked in defensively. Something tells me Zach is getting traded only because he's not getting traded. That has nothing to do with him getting traded. Matthew, I love you. Zach LaVine ain't getting traded. Look at Io, man. So inspirational. Listen, Io had the game that we needed to see a bounce back game from Io in. Him and Drummond. Watch next game. Drummond will get no playing time knowing Billy well. I mean, listen, Billy Donovan is a weird coach. Bro, Billy finally coached a simple game again. Play your centers more for an undersized team, including Drummond. Have DJJ and him together. Call a timeout when the team's on a run. Keep it hot, man. Simple. Yes, it's a very simple game. And Billy Donovan played the X's and O's part of this very well today. Vooch should be the number one option. Drummond was goddamn amazing. Io got whatever he wanted. Listen, seeing Io this aggressive on offense, this reminded me of Illinois. Io. And so, it's good to see. Hopefully he builds upon this game. Hopefully this helps his confidence a little bit as well. Because Io was, and he gave it on both sides of the ball today, defense and offense. He was aggressive on both sides of the ball. Alana says, surprised Derrick Jones Jr. didn't get hurt. Damn, laughing my ass off. Everyone and their mama got hurt. Yeah, this was a game in which a lot of heart attacks were given. Finally, a big game from the bench. Complete team effort, man. All our guys going down was scary, though. I hope everyone can stay healthy. Hey, listen, health, we've had a lot of ding-ups this season, but not like the major injuries, right? Javonte, Lonzo have been the only two that have been considerably major. So hopefully we keep that streak going. And Patrick Williams has been slowly just giving the correct things on both sides of the ball for the Bulls. Didn't shoot the ball too well today, but that defense, the defense he played, there are times where literally PJ Washington was frustrated, and you can see PJ was like, hey, man, Pat, let me score. PJ Washington going 3 of 16 in this game. Patrick Williams had the clamps on that man today. Clamps. Io took the snub from the Rising Stars game in the heart. Hey, man, I heard that. King Caps is so proud of Drummond. I'm not saying that last part. I'm not saying that. But yeah, shouts out to Drummond. Frenchie in the building says, oh, wait, there was an Andre Drummond sighting. Us fans only have been wondering when he would get meaningful burn. Yeah, and he earned it. Like this is the performance that Andre Drummond needed to give, because hopefully it wakes Billy Donovan up to realize you need to play your 29-year-old big man who can get you a double-double in 15 minutes off the bench. That's a luxury that a lot of teams just don't have. James Jameson, Kobe's price went up. No, Kobe's price didn't go up. The Bulls have already turned down deals to him. I think that they're keeping him. And the price isn't going to go up just based off one game. Don't trade Kobe. His progression is really exciting. Once that shot start consistently falling, he'll be on another level. I agree with you. With the way that Kobe plays defense now, with the way he passes the ball, with the way he, like, breaking up that alley-oop. Like, the fact that Kobe was the one that tried to break up an alley-oop to Plumlee in this game just shows how much more aware he is on the defensive end of the ball. A year ago, 2 years ago, Kobe doesn't even make that play. He doesn't even attempt to make that play. If Kobe White's shot starts falling with the way he's doing other things, he's literally the sixth man that the Bulls need. Now, should be a little bit concerned of, okay, how much of this is because it's a contract year? How much of this is sustainable? But I look at it and say this, because it's all energy based, it's pretty sustainable if he just locks in and continues giving this effort. Alex Larez in the building says, these injury scares almost incapacitated me. Yeah, man, it was scary, bro. I'm not even going to lie to you. Not going to lie to you. Super Hot Fire says, oh God, when DeMar can't score, he doesn't have any value. Isn't a defender. He did some solid passing today, but that's really it. That's really it. Bulls are simply a better team than the Hornets. Easy win, Sub-Zero, C-Red. I wouldn't say it's an easy win, because the Hornets team has played us tough all. But yeah, it should be. But with the way the Bulls have played, you can't just say things. No, there are no easy wins for the Chicago Bulls, in my opinion, anymore. Kobe White always heats up in February. Hey, listen, but he's been playing, like, if he heats up offensively in February, that's fine. But he's been playing with great energy all season. My nigga Kobe White balling like a fresh tax return. That's funny. I really hope we don't trade Drummond, Caruso, or Kobe. Hey, listen, man, we want this team to improve. You got to give up something that you like. And so, I mean, I'm not necessarily saying that I want to see them give him up either. But even if it's not by this trade deadline, this offseason, if AK is really trying to drastically improve the team, you just never know. You never know. Brendan L. Jet says, I called Kobe White my most improved player. This will be the first year as well after this that I will give postseason awards. I didn't do that after last season, which was my first season of the channel. I will be doing some postseason awards. Does Kobe White have a team option of $9 million? He's worth 11 to 10. No, he has a qualifying offer. There's no more options. So they would have to extend him a qualifying offer. That would make him a restricted free agent. Then they have the right to match any offer that he gets. But yeah, Kobe's probably going to get the bare minimum $9.5 million per year. Someone tell Billy to keep playing Dre. Thank you. Listen, Dre balled out today. He definitely balled out today. I was at school. Was P. Will okay? Well, P. Will did go to the back, but then he came back out before the end of the game. He didn't check back in, but he did come back out. So that leads me to believe it's probably okay. It was probably just a twisted ankle. That he may still miss a game, but I don't think it's anything long term. If it was an Illinois high school day to day, so that's why Io had a big game. It was listen. I mean, it is what it is. Crazy Me says Io has so much potential. He has crazy potential, crazy, and we barely scratched the surface of it. Chicago Bucks, good game. Io and Drummond did very well. Everybody enjoyed the cake in this game. We're going to get flapjacks next game. Listen, Ellis so pessimistic on this team, but I understand it. If Kobe was a consistent shooter, he would be sixth man of the year down the road. Yeah, and he can be. He absolutely could be a sixth man of the year down the road if that shot starts falling. Io was penetrating, but Levine and Kobe White are way better defenders. Got to disagree with that. Io is a way better on-ball and off-ball defender. Levine can be a solid on-ball defender, and we've seen that. Kobe White, I'm not willing to say that yet. I do love his weak side defense. I like his defensive awareness, but I'm not ready to. Kobe White has been better defensively for long stretches this season, but I don't think I'm ready to say he's a better overall defender than Io. Haize, we need our role players to be consistent like this, but that's what I'm talking about. A good win, fellas. Yeah, we need the role players to step up. The Ultimate Rage says, don't watch the game to the last 2 minutes. The team scares me too much. Yeah, the team is a very scary team. Very scary team. Y'all got to realize DeMar's the only player on the team getting double teamed consistently, which opens things up for everyone else. I don't think he's the only player getting double teamed, but you said consistently. Yeah, but still, he doesn't always make the right passes. He still forces up bad shots, and he still is terrible defensively. He's absolutely terrible defensively. Dosunmu is my dad. Okay, BKR. Good to see you around here, brother. Io looked at the Rising Star lineup and said, and I took that personally. Take more things personally, young fella. Take more things personally. Joseph says, why don't they play Drummond more? Because Billy Donovan holds grudges. Love to see this from Kobe and Io. Having two of them never split me. I want them both. Well, hey, man, if that's what listen, I don't judge people for wanting trains rode on them. So, I mean, listen, you got to do what you got to do. All jokes, fam. All jokes. Lonzo needs to recruit LaMelo to come to Chicago. MJ, the greatest of all time, but Michael Jordan is literally the worst owner of all of basketball. All of basketball. The chat is lit. Get them damn likes up. Facts, like and sub, y'all. You already know what it is. Joseph in the building says, you're right, Haize. I think they're keeping Kobe too. I hope so, man. Brandon L. Jet says, Haize heard me say it on the Takeover show. When Kobe gets hot, he is fun to watch. Oh, a super fun player to watch when he gets hot and gets going. Drummond's only 29. What? He could sure look like Haize's old man. What? First of all, we don't look nothing like. All black people do not look alike. Say my name. That's racist. Now I know you didn't mean it that way, but yeah, Drummond's only 29 years old. He's just been in the league for a damn good time, damn long time, I should say. How about that D. Smith dunk? That was crazy. Yeah, that was a wild dunk coming out of nowhere. I can't imagine Kobe dropping a 40-piece one. Oh yeah, with the way that Kobe can score, absolutely, absolutely. DZ says, I love the new intro, Haize. It's So I'm still you're rarely gonna see that. I think what I'm gonna do is only use that intro after Bulls wins. But it's new, so I've been using it. It's not gonna be the permanent new intro, but it will be something that I start using a little bit more often. And I think we're only gonna start using it on wins. That's what I think is gonna happen. Getting my faith back in IO the last few games. Listen, I mean, look, and I know as basketball fans, we want to see our players do good, and sometimes progression isn't always linear. And so IO has had, by every stretch, like, I won't say it's a down season, but we came in with expectations. He's primarily been about the same that he's been. So, last season, we haven't necessarily seen the step up that we wanted to see in the second season, but it doesn't always happen in year two. So, you know, he's playing well. He's been playing solid defense. We just needed him to stop missing the bunnies. Stop missing that. Matthew says, Io reminds me of Denny Schroeder. Both are pesky defenders. Both can shoot the ball, and both are sneaky athletic. Agree with that. Off topic, did you see the Donovan Mitchell and Dylan Brooks fight? I did not, but look for me to cover that off. To cover that over on NBA Central. Look for that. Look out for that. Ain't no way Dylan Brooks just punched Donovan Mitchell in the nuts. What? That's crazy. Nice. This is so nice is the guy who actually the new intro music. He's the one that created the original intro music I made, but he produced that. We're going to go just because he's in here. We're about to go ahead and play. We're about to play it again. Let's go ahead and play. We're going to run it back.
You are now tuned in to Chicago Bulls Central, your number one place for all Chicago Bulls news and content.
I see red, I see red, I see red, I see red, yeah, I see red, I see red, I see red, I see.
All right, there we go. It should be Illini night every night. Cheers, Haize. Listen, if that's what it's going to take for Io to ball out like this, absolutely. Absolutely. Alex Larez says, nice. Super duper Danko says, I'm not mad at Caruso trade that brings back Haize and Lewis Jr. Did I miss your take on that? I mean, listen, I don't think that that's going to happen, but you know, it is what it is. Good win for the Bulls, but Billy D is still a terrible coach. Please tell me why Drummond does not get any consistent minutes, because he was playing bad. Now, I've said this before. He should have gotten his minutes cut. He shouldn't have fallen out completely out of the rotation, especially in games where we needed size. But he absolutely earned his minutes to get cut with the way he was playing for about an 8-game stretch. He shouldn't have been completely out of the rotation like he did, though. Dylan Brooks got into another fight. Get that hooligan out of the league. Get him out of the league. CP Huncho, what do you think about Caruso for Wiseman in 2 firsts? Depends on what the 2 firsts, but I'm not big on Wiseman. Like, I'm not high on Wiseman. I know for a former, second overall pick, I'm just not high on James Wiseman at all. I don't see anything from him that just screams to me he's about to be a really good defensive center. Even seeing him in the G League, he didn't ball out. Like, I'm not big on Wiseman, but I could be wrong, right? I'm not saying it like I'm completely right. Wiseman's going to be a bust. I'm not saying that. Just my personal opinion on James Wiseman is, V-Dog, Vern in the building says, sup, Haize, Bulls get a win, but who would you move to salvage the remainder of the season? Because our cap situation is kind of tight. That could help benefit us to bring in an impact player next week. It's not going to happen. Impact player is not going to happen. Maybe a decent role player off the bench, and our cap situation isn't that bad. The Bulls could have $30 million, almost $30 million in true cap space this season, plus a $10 million mid-level exception. The cap situation isn't as bad as what people make it out to be. And if AK is future forecasting and looking at that, we can have considerable cap space with still having some damn good talent on the roster in 2 or 3 years. So it's not as bad as some people make it out to be. It is tight though. It is fairly tight. That's what he said. Because if she said it's tight, that would mean that Zach LaVine's wife is pegging him again. Anyway, but you know, it's some flexibility in there. It's definitely some flexibility in there. Folks didn't realize since the injury he was listless and foul prone. That said, I'm looking at the future. He was balling. Who are you talking about? Are you talking about Drummond? You talking about Drummond? I don't get why AK would re-sign Billy Donovan under the table, super shady. Listen, I mean, to me, that doesn't scream confidence, right? And then the fact on top of that we still have yet for them to release the details of the extension. We have still yet to hear AK actually talk about the Billy Donovan extension. We just got all the news from everywhere else, all the other outlets. Meek Millie says, in my opinion, Vooch stacks would be way better if he got DeMar touches. I know it's impossible with DeMar for OG. Listen. Nikola Vucevic has proven when you play through him, he balls out. That's just proven. That's not up for debate. That's not up for conversation. That's not up to be like, oh, well, Voochie, we need a defensive center. Vooch balls when you play through him. And it's an indictment on Billy Donovan that he doesn't play through him as much as when he should. Now, there's going to be some games in which Vooch just can't have the impact that he usually has. But that being said, we definitely need to play through him a little bit more. Next up, Rip City. Should we win or lose on purpose to help get that pick? Well, I mean, we should. Don't do anything. Win games. Don't worry about the pick. The pick will take care of itself. We have that pick technically until 2028. So whenever it conveys unless they remove the protections from it. So you go out and you get a win. Period. You get a win. Bathlor Payne says, that was Drummond I was talking about. His shoulder injury had him out there. That's a very good point, though. That's a very good point. Brandon Peck says, you were funny as shit. Anyways, did you see my message on Facebook? I honestly have not seen your message on Facebook, bro. Now that you mentioned it to me, I'll check it out after we get done with this stream. I have not. I've been kind of out of it. I'm not going to lie. I know you guys don't care about my personal life. I'm the director of operations at my job. Our director of sales left the company. So right now I'm running the sales and operations side of it was evaluated at $3.5 billion company when we went public. I'm running the sales and operations side of that company. And for those that know, usually operations and sales are your two biggest departments almost of any company. And I'm the director of operations, but I've taken over sales now until they hire a new director of sales. I literally don't have time to look at myself sometimes. I don't think I've picked my beard today. I don't know how my beard looks. I haven't picked my goddamn beard today. Don't know what it looks like. I've been stressful as shit. I'm not even gonna lie to you guys. So yeah. I hate the Hornets commentators. Listen, they sucked. City Fent, keep Zach LaVine's way. No, I won't keep shit. Make me. Because I tell you what, somebody tries to come slap me like Chris Rock, they leave him with bullets. I swear to God. Somebody get me a press pass. I'll go in and ask Donovan the real questions. 1, why do you suck as a coach? 2, when you don't play Drummond why don't you play Drummond on some games? 3, how much do you pay Billy to re-sign? That's hilarious, bro. That's funny. Happy 10.2K, y'all. Like and sub. Listen, we've been growing like crazy, man. It's been crazy. What is this fantasy? I don't think Toronto is making DeMar for OG. They've been there and done it before. Why would they go with DeMar again? Hey, listen, sometimes players join their own teams to end their career. I don't know if they trade for his $20 million, $18 million contract. I can't remember what we're paying DeMar per season, but I don't know, man. I don't know. Brandon L. just says, hire me, Haize. Just let me smash the lady. First of all, it's a tech company, bro. I work for a tech company. I can tell you right now. It ain't gonna be any big pickings for you, bro. It's all dudes and sweaty nerds who work with servers all day. That's all it is, bro. That's all it is. I guarantee you be highly disappointed, bro. When you gonna get pops on the show, Haize? Soon. If you guys don't like, my dad is an amazing father. He's a great man, and he is literally one of the best people in the world. And I'm not just saying that because he's my dad. But one thing with my dad is he is very short with his words. And so I have to pick the right topic and the right situation to bring him on. But I'd love to have my dad on. He's an amazing sports person. He knows the game. He's like a historian. So he's going to be on at some point, but I'm going to make a big ass deal when he's on. That's for sure. Sluggo says, yeah, this dude busy, got a full plate. Please don't bug him about messages. LOL, you sound des. Did I miss somebody's messages? Listen, I'm sorry, man. Haize, low energy Zach playing like he no longer wants. Oh, listen, y'all be trying to turn everything into a story. This ain't soap operas, bro. This ain't soap operas. Omar, hey, listen. Your mama left it on my face from riding it. Chill out. That twisted ankle is going to be sore tomorrow. Yeah, that's why I said don't be surprised. I know they have a day off, but don't be surprised if he does sit a game because that swelling could be huge. Haize, you sure you're not from Chicago, bro? No, I was raised by a Chicagoan. So if I have any Chicago in me, it's definitely from just the way my dad raised me. I might have got a little bit through osmosis. So I need me a tech woman since I'm in tech too. Oh, Alana says, get you a tech woman. Alana be low-key throwing people out there. Like, I think Alana be trying to set her friends out. I think it only makes sense for teams that are contending and feel like they just need one more piece to compete for a title to trade for a player like DeMar. I could see LAC or Dallas. Yeah, but it doesn't seem like they're going to be open to moving DeMar, I think is the word I'm looking for. Haize, you watching LeBron make history on two? Of course. Like, one thing about me, I'm not a LeBron fan. I really can't stand LeBron. I respect him as a man and what he's done with his activism, but I'm a basketball fanatic, so I'm absolutely going to watch him make history. Absolutely going to watch it. Bathor Payne says, tech gain in the building, trying to pivot to the cloud ASAP. I feel you on that. Definitely feel you on that. I'm scared shitless on the idea of hearing out for 6 to 8 with bro. That's traumatizing for Bulls fans for sure. Patrick Williams is our most durable player. Hey, he's Wolverine. He literally is Wolverine. So tomorrow is MJ Day, February 3rd, 23. That's funny. That is funny. Alex Larrea says, why do I see so many Bulls-Lakers trade proposals? It pisses me off. It's simply put because there's a Laker agenda with major outlets. They want to make the Lakers relevant so bad, and it's just not happening. Not this season. It just ain't happening. So, it is what it is there. Unpopular opinion, Zach played a solid game tonight. He didn't score much. He didn't force anything, played within the offensive system, and defensively, he was respectable. Completely agree with you, Jonathan Washington Jr. Not the greatest box score night for Zach LaVine, but a damn good night of basketball. Like, just the other aspects of basketball. He didn't score well at all. The fuck was that? Black Prophet in the building says, so you're saying your dad is going to say it exact? Oh, yeah, for sure. My dad doesn't cover anything up for nobody. Like, nobody. He's not going to sugarcoat nothing. He's not going to say it. He'll literally be on here and be like, that Zach LaVine fucking sucks, son. Like, that's how he'll talk. I'll be like, well, Zach had a good night. He'll be like, oh, Zach LaVine fucking sucks. He doesn't curse for real, but he'll be like, Zach LaVine sucks. Zach LaVine that dude's playing like shit, Cord. That's exactly how he'll talk to me. A few teams will want to trade for a few Bulls players, but what do they have to offer the Bulls in return? I also think the Bulls need to re-sign Vooch ASAP. Well, that was my topic. I hosted a solo live over on Locked on Bulls, and that was kind of my topic too. AK needs to pick a lane. And one of the parts in picking a lane, you need to either extend or you need to trade Nikola Vucevic by this trade deadline. We don't need to go into the offseason wondering if we're going to re-sign Nikola Vucevic. You don't even need to leave it open. If you know you want him back, you don't need to leave it open that there's a chance that you may not re-sign him and let another team give him a big offer. That's just my opinion. Omar in the building says, whole time you should go to the Bulls last game of the season. It'd be cool to meet you, bro. Well, keep in mind, we already talked about doing a live show and playoff game. So if the Bulls make the playoffs, that first game, as long as it's a weekend, whatever the first weekend game is, I'll be in Chicago. We'll pick a bar, pick a venue. Brandy Nicole says she got a venue. We'll do something like that. We'll do a live show, a live watch along. You guys can come. We can kick it, drink, and then I'll do the live show, post-game show right there. I'll bring my setup. We'll have fun and kick it. Pat, the designer, is even going to come through. He may live call the game. We'll have fun. We'll turn it into a whole event. Would OG to the Grizzlies make them an instant title contenders? I think they are already the best team in the West, and them having a guy like that on the team would elevate them to the next level. Well, I won't say for sure. There's definitely a chance of that, but they could be a title contender without it, and they may not even need to move the assets to move them. Have y'all seen these trade ideas on the Bulls fan pages? Can't take them seriously. Oh, bro, I hate the trade ideas, bro. Hate them. Lakers got trade rumors for every team in the NBA, but end up getting Rory Hachimura. But hey, listen, I actually like that acquisition for them. Not even going to hold you. I'm not even going to lie. I like Hachimura being on the Lakers. I like the prospect of whenever LeBron goes off, they have Hachimura and they have AD. Hachimura hasn't really had a big game yet as a member of the Lakers. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong there. But I do like him overall on that team. He's played 4 games for the Lakers so far. He started 2 of them, and he's averaging 13 points per game on 52% shooting and 6 rebounds. Listen, I know that that's not eye-popping, but as a role player, that's big. I really like Hachimura on that team. Brandon just says, yeah, we need Pops on the show. Hey, listen, we definitely gonna get him on the show. We're going to get him on the show. The Bulls literally know this team isn't going anywhere with DeRozan on it. The more they wait to move him, the more they hurt the team. Shaking my head. I mean, we don't really know all the deals that they could make. There's absolutely some permutations that could get this team being really good with DeMar on it. I mean, but as I've said before, just being realistic, DeMar DeRozan is because he basically is a post player in the way that he gets his offense, it really does affect the way that you have to build a team around him. Look, Sluggo says, no, I like Roy too. I'm just saying they got all these big name trade rumors and always end up with role. Oh, that's a fact. And then when they did end up with a big one, it was Russell Westbrook, and that trade didn't work out. If I'm the Bulls, I'm keeping Kobe. He has shown so much improvement this season. Jonathan Washington Jr., I completely agree with you, bro. Completely agree with you. Reginald Short says, imagine if Io consistently attacked the rim and shoots the open shot without hesitation. That's a dangerous player. Definitely dangerous player. Haize, I think the Bulls should really consider keeping Kobe White for next season. The dude is really growing in other parts of his game. I completely agree with you. The way that Kobe's game is rounding out, Kobe could be the potential perfect bench piece for the Chicago Bulls for years and years to come. The Bulls could lock him up on it'll probably be a 3+1 with like a player or team option at the end of it. But if they do that, you're literally getting a player that with the energy and the way that he's playing defense now could be a key piece on your bench no matter what the rest of your team looks like. And that just shows the growth of Kobe White having his first full offseason as a player in the NBA. Just big. Bro, I almost forgot. Did you happen to see the one play where they tried to inbound down the ball and turned it over? Yes. And it pissed me the fuck. And I think we were still up by 6 at that point, but it pissed me off because I just had flashbacks and the trauma started kicking in. So yeah, definitely. All right. But just listen. If the role players on this team can play this way, not necessarily scoring the amount that they did, we don't always need 44 points off the bench. But if the role players consistently play into their roles like they did today, and we now play Drummond, God forbid when Javante comes back and Derrick Jones Jr. bringing that in. Derrick Jones Jr. within 1 minute of checking in reminded you guys why he's the energy player he is. Just love it. Love it. Haize, get a suite for us. I'm not getting no suite for you motherfuckers. What the fuck? Well, how much money you think I got? No, I'm just playing. We're going to have a venue, though. We're going to kick it. We definitely going to kick it. Calix Aruso says, we know you got it like that. Hey, man, listen, I'm just a dude covering his favorite team, bro. LOL, is Brandon usually this thirsty in post game? I never paid it. Bro, Brandon's just having fun, bro. He's just having fun. Easily Io's best game of the season, in my opinion. Oh, completely agree. He did hit a game winner earlier this season, but this is his best overall game on both sides of the ball. Reginald Short in the building says, when DeMar or Zach play bad, they get more minutes. When Dre plays bad, he can't see the court and the Bulls lose. What's the Bull record when Dre doesn't play? I don't know. I'd have to look. I have no idea. None. We do need a consistent scorer off the bench, someone who can give us consistent 17 to 18 points off the bench. We don't have that. Well, I think we may have that. And see, that's the thing. You don't always need just one player to do that. It's a balanced attack. And with Drummond back in the rotation, keep in mind, there was a 10, 12 game stretch to start the season where Drummond was averaging like 12 and 10 off the bench. If you get that and you get your usual 12 to 13 from Kobe, that's solid enough. Solid enough. So we'll see. We'll see. Hopefully Alex Caruso isn't out for a long time as well. Let me do a real quick refresh. If you guys know, has there been anything said about it? Probably won't get anything till tomorrow about midday. But yeah. Says right foot sprain. Let's hope that's all it is, man. I wish Wakanda was a real place to help Lonzo Ball get some new vibranium. Oh, vibranium knees? Oh, listen here, bro. That's exactly what Lonzo Ball needs. And in the Marvel comics, there's actually a tribe in Wakanda that uses vibranium to make their tattoos, and it gives them super strength. I'm getting real nerdy. Let me shut the hell up. Y'all seen DeMar's play in game on the Spurs. Man choked so hard with a 14 piece. Y'all killing DeMar today. DeMar is not the issue. I think if P. Will, Kobe, Io, and AD can play like they did today, also we can get Lonzo for the last 2 or 3 weeks of the season to get in shape. The Bulls will look like a good team. No, DeMar is absolutely part of the issue. Absolutely part of the issue. All stats be damned. DeMar is part of the issue when the offense slows down. Stacey King has talked about this. Now, that's not to say that he can't fix it, but he's absolutely part of the issue. He's not the only issue. There's no one thing that's the issue with this team other than Billy Donovan. But, I'm moving on from that. King Cap, yo, do y'all see the camera zoom in on Lonzo after Melo got booted? Yeah, that was funny. It was literally funny as hell. The real Don P says the problem is minutes per game. Drummond has been consistent as getting 20 or more minutes per game. This year, man, is averaging 12 minutes per game under Donovan. Yeah, I mean, and it's been, and a lot of those have been like 4-minute games and things like that. We need to see Drummond, but as long as he's playing well, play him more minutes. No cap. I hope if we make the playoffs or the play-in, we play the Knicks. That's a game I would definitely attend during the postseason. Hey, listen, the Knicks are a better team than us right now. Yo, Haize, what is your 3-year idea for this team? Or we just crapped out? No, we got plenty. Again, this offseason we can have close to $30 million in true cap space. We have its full $10 million mid-level exception. We have our own first-round pick in 5 out of the next 7 first rounds. The Bulls have an ability to improve this team. We just got to see. Reginald Short says, do you see a championship team trading for a first for Javonte? Absolutely. I think you can get a first for Javonte. See what we got. Calix Aruso says, happy Black History Month, my brother. First of all, why are you telling me happy? No, I'm just playing with you. I appreciate you, brother. Speaking of Lonzo Haize, have you seen Stacey King's podcast with LeVar Ball? I'm telling you, that man will give more effort than Billy Donovan. No good heaven. Listen, I don't I love Stacey King, and Stacey King would be a damn good coach. He doesn't want to be a coach. As far as LeVar Ball, I don't believe shit LeVar Ball comes out his mouth. LeVar just be talking, bro. He literally just be talking. Also, did y'all see the pace slow down when the vets came in? I know it's obvious, but I feel like we play our best at a fact. I completely agree with you. We play best when we push the pace. We get mismatches that way. And also the Bulls kind of for a second there when it looked like Charlotte was going on a run, kind of started defaulting back to some of the problematic play, but they got back to it. They definitely got back to it. Haize, this is pretty random, but do you think Derrick Rose will ever play another game in the Bulls jersey? I'm not sure. I'm not sure on that. I don't think that is necessarily going to be anything significant. The Bulls play better when Debo is not on the floor. I love to see them run the floor and share the ball. It makes for more fun basketball. Yeah, definitely makes for more fun basketball. I'd like to see more wins come in that, but we'll see. Damn, Alana says LeVar needs to brush his teeth. God damn. That's crazy. Stacey King is goated as a commentator, though. We need his personality out there. Completely agree with you. Completely 100% agree. Oh, wait, hold on. I got to send this to Locked On. Bulls in. Bam, done. All right, let's move on. He does brush his teeth with corn and butter paste. Wow, that's crazy. That's deep, man. That is wild. Y'all flaming him. What did LeVar do to y'all, man? He does, though. That's funny. I love the part where Amin and Stacey gave Junior Smith a poster, LOL, and signed it. They're awesome instead of being soft. Yeah, listen, Stacey King is the best commentator in all of basketball. And I know I'm jaded for that, but it is what it is. Haize, how long is Billy's extension for? This is from G, yo. He doesn't play drummer now. He sits DJJ out for most of the game. Well, DJJ, keep in mind, he's dealing with the injury, so I'm sure they wanted to try to keep his minutes lower. But they said several. So several is at least 3. He had 1 year left on his contract already. So if he signed an extension for at least 3 years, that means we got at least 4 more years of Billy Donovan. At least. It could be more than that. Scoochie says, Haize, also wanted to say I appreciate the effort, time, and energy you put into these videos you make. You make a Bulls loss feel a lot better. Well, I appreciate that, bro. Like, I try. I'd set out for this to be the number 1 spot for everything Chicago Bulls and all Bulls fans. But yeah, definitely appreciate it. Which is stronger, vibranium or adamantium? In the comics, adamantium is stronger. Keep in mind, in the comics, though, Cap's shield is a mixture between vibranium and adamantium. That's why it's so durable. Again, you got me nerding out, man. Stop asking me nerd questions because I definitely will get in there. LeVar did it to himself since he came into the picture with bow legs and baked bean teeth. He did everything he could to get his boy shine, though. Never lost. Listen, he did. He brought all attention to his boys, and he's annoying as shit, but he definitely did what he needed to do to get his boys noticed. Stacey King got that merch line with his catchphrases. Yeah, I know. That's sick. I got to get one of those. Definitely got to get one of those. Well, Brandon L. Jet, hold on, missed it. Well, Brandon L. Jet, we have yet to see Marvel's take on adamantium. So let's wait and see. Now that they own the X-Men and they're coming along, let's see. But they basically, the MCU, since they didn't have the rights to adamantium at the time, have made vibranium what adamantium is in the comics. So it's going to be interesting to see how they make the difference between the two once the X-Men debut in the MCU. Just jumping in to say, what up, Haize? Appreciate you, brother, and go Bulls. About time we got to win. Completely agree with you, brother, and thank you for joining in. Mark Williams is starting to look like a steal for Charlotte. That's why I had him as my number 1 pick that I hope the Bulls drafted. When I did if anybody's new, my offseason content is fire. I literally covered 28 draft prospects, and Dalen Terry did not come on that. But I covered 28. Number 1 on my list for the Chicago Bulls was Mark Williams. He was number 1 on my list for that. It's about time for Locked On Bulls, my guy. Yep. We're at the 44-minute mark, so I'm about to start wrapping this up so we can go and do Locked On Bulls. Shit, he had Zoe wearing them bum-ass shoes that probably started them ankle problems. That's enough reason to roast him. That's funny. Shout out Locked On. Absolutely shout out Locked On. Brandon just says they better not fuck up X-Men or else Hugh Jackman will cuss everybody out. Well, Hugh Jackman, he already said it. He's one and done. But yeah, all right. He said, MJ, you turned me into Mark Williams. Mark, listen, I was so big on Mark Williams. But that is it for today's post-game show. Thank you so much for joining and being the best part of the show. Make sure you follow it. Hold on, let me do it officially. Make sure you follow the show at Bull Central Pod on every social media platform that we're on. You can send us any feedback, questions, comments, concerns, bullcentralpod@gmail.com. Lastly, if you want to leave a text and or voicemail for our mailbag weekend episodes, the number to do so, 773-270-2799. We are the number one spot for everything Chicago Bulls related because of you guys. Like I like to end every episode on, go Bulls. Love you guys. See red, y'all.